So a few weeks ago, my sister was bragging about the notification sound she set for when I text her and said to hit her up whenever I wanted. Since then, I have refused to send her a single message, lying in wait while I plotted Operation Spooky Waifu. Friday the 13th just so happened to fall in the spookiest month of the year, so I decided that I would grant her her wish. Just not in the way she was expecting. Before we can continue, I should set some code names, as I have to keep this a surprise until showtime. From here on out, the target will be dubbed Low Fruit Fly, and all materials are going to be kept secret from my family, so I don't arouse suspicion. The goal of Operation Spooky Waifu is to use a script to send Low Fruit Fly 666 spooky waifu pics. Of course, since she's an upstanding student and I only want to annoy her a little bit, I'll be sending them all over the course of 66 minutes and 6 seconds. The plan is, the moment Low Fruit Fly gets on the bus to head to school, we commence the operation and end it around the time first period begins, so her busmates and the people she sees in the morning get to see what's happening. It'll be even funnier if she ends up blocking me at some point during the operation. Now that you're up to speed, there are 4 phases to this operation. Source the images, create the script, execute the operation, and finish and upload the video. Let's start from the bottom of the list. Since the start of the fall 2023 anime season, I've been swamped with covering all the new anime. Playlist down below if you want to check that out. And by the time I was finished, it was already Wednesday. According to my YouTube analytics, most of my viewers are online between 9 AM and noon my time. So the goal is to finish editing the moment the operation completes and get it ready to go live. Since I need to make sure I'm awake when they leave at 6:45 AM, I have to already be asleep by 10 PM, meaning I have less than 48 hours to get everything ready for the operation, and less than an hour after the operation to finish the editing in time to publish as close to 9 AM as possible. And no matter what, even if I'm not able to finish the operation on time or something goes horribly wrong, this video will still get uploaded, so stick around to the end to see if I make it. Alright, family is gone. Moving back to the top of the list, I need to get 666 images prepped for the operation. The way I see it, there are 3 ways I could go about doing this. The first is to create a script that can scrape images off the web and download them for me. The biggest issue with this plan would be creating the script. It'd have to be able to find the specific images I'm searching for, make sure they're not NSFW, and that they are on brand. While it's likely possible with the AI tech out, I don't have enough time to make and debug such a program just to end up checking all the images after it ran anyways. The second way would be downloading a pre-made image archive, but the issues here are basically identical to the first. I'd have to go through and check each and every image, making sure that it's what I'm looking for, and if I'm going to do all that, I may as well do plan C. Find and download all the images myself. So let's get to work.
Even with the lights off, I'm always know where to find you. Light down, rolling off the tongue like a haiku. And you're my songs every time we go to the drive-thru. I'm wrong, thinking I can do it without you. I'm down every time you hear me to slide through. Something telling me I'm lucky to find you. I'm not going nowhere. You right my wrongs and write my songs and jumping around with no care. Eyes like stars that I get lost in. Speak your truths with no dare. Cross your heart so I don't fall in. Wind blowing through your hair. Peace of mind I couldn't find it. No one else. No one else. Even with the lights off, I'm always know where to find you. Light down.
Finally, with all that out of the way, let's get to step 2. The goal of the script is to take my images and send them to Low Fruit Fly. Pretty simple, right? Well, originally I was hoping to make this super sophisticated SMS program that could run in the background while I do other stuff. The issue? It's not as simple as hooking up my phone and sending text messages from my PC, or at least not that I could find that kind of solution on such short order. I could also run into issues with my service provider, and I'd like to avoid that. So instead of over-engineering it, I did the same thing that I did for my images, but instead of me doing it by hand, it's the code doing it by hand. Let me explain. I just take all of the files and folder. Pretty simple. Hopefully nothing breaks. With steps 1 and 2 complete, it's time to skip step 3 and start on step 4. If I wait to begin recording and editing till after Operation Spooky Waifu, I'll never finish in time. So it's actually like 4 AM, so guess I'll get 2 hours of sleep.
Wake up.
6:41 AM, I woke up a little while ago. They just left for the bus stop. Time to commence the operation. While there were some hiccups with the sending of some images as well as some duplicates that slipped through the cracks, all in all, I think this was a successful prank. Not bad for 48 hours. And the funny thing is that the images are still getting sent, as there's some lag between when you hit send and when they actually go through. I'll leave a pinned comment with any future developments in the prank. But with that, the challenge is done. Subscribble and happy Halloween.